Hey there viewers, my name's Torinski and welcome back to another Wednesday stream. Today we're hot on the heels of finally getting the victory in Tunic, and we were a little bit lost as to what to do, but it felt like about the right time to return to Super Auto Pets and experience some of the new expansion, have a little fun. I've definitely enjoyed this game a lot in the past, so it's long overdue to come back, especially since we're a little late to the party. I'm sure a lot of people have already gone through a lot of the new content, but it's pretty brand spanking new to me if we take a look as to what was included. I mean, I believe there were quite a few changes to the original 2 packs and all the different animals, but mainly it's this entire new pack, new mechanics, all sorts of silly shenanigans to get up to, no real idea what to expect. And then my personal favorite additions to the game are these two here. The weekly pack that seems to take some sort of amalgamation of all the available pets in the game, and everyone is sorted or is treated to a brand new selection, brand new mixes, leads to some really fun combos and a really fresh experience every week. And then last of all, you can create a custom pack. So this is where things could get really interesting. Do you want to make like a White Weenies deck just filled with summons everywhere? Or do you go for like a hard ramping? I think there could be a lot of fun potential going on there. For today, we'll keep it pretty simple. Mainly, I want to experience some of this new pack. I've gotten in a couple of the weekly pack games since the release, probably like 2 weeks ago now, but haven't really touched most of the new animals, so I'm very much looking forward to it. And hey Tardred, how's it going? Been playing for almost a year now. Yeah, it's been a trip for sure. Sometimes I can't believe how long I've been streaming. It definitely doesn't feel like it. It helps that I only stream a couple days a week, so it's very much spread out over a long period of time, but it's been a heck of a ride for sure. But always happy to see you pop on by. Hope you're having a fantastic week here. And get ready to pop in here. You hit 1 year of stream 3 days ago? Wow, yeah, so we're in similar boats. I think I was streaming for a decent while even before that year, but it was very much to absolutely nobody. Just me, myself, and I, mostly playing Hades, and then finally kind of caught stride. Big thanks to FS Brain for actually getting me connected with people and starting to make friends, because that's a huge part of it, is the networking aspect, and I am completely garbage at social media in general. I'm very much a lurker who just kind of does my own thing, never really coming out of my shell, so it's always nice to have friends make that first step for you, for sure. Yeah, exactly, we did start around a similar time, but I hope things are going well on your end for sure. And as for today, let's get ready to hop right into it. Shall we see what we have in store? It's going to be weird having none of the familiar faces down here. Let's see, we have Hummingbird. Start battle, give +2/+1 to a random strawberry friend. Interesting. Cockroach. Start round, set attack to 2. Okay, so very decent stats for a tier 1 animal, but kind of capped as to how far you can take them just based on that damage stat. Maybe if you put on, I guess even Stake wouldn't necessarily do the trick, right? That's just one good hit. So something that we'd probably sell off as we go on. Enemy summoned or push, deal 1 damage to it. Now that I like the sound of. I'm not actually sure how many summoners are in the new pack, whether this will be quite as effective as like the land of grasshoppers that we constantly see in the classical set. But we could try and ramp up an iguana. We have strawberry and hummingbird in our open shop. And so yeah, these just enable strawberry abilities, so it's a bit of a cool synergy item, it seems. That's pretty neat. So do we go for just a dual start? We can start getting buffed right away. Get this iguana kicking. I think we just might. We'll give it a shot and see if strawberries are a good way to go in this pack, because I definitely have no clue off the top of my head. And you do love to see that. And Pillbug, when we upgrade shop tier, we give the 2 pets behind +1 health. Interesting. It's only a 2/2, so that doesn't seem incredible off the rip. I mean, it's still just a kind of passive bonus that you can get over time, so if you had nothing else available to you, why not? You can end up selling the son of a gun. Even just buy it for a level up round if we got a next turn or something. Interesting. And +2 health on a peach. So instead of an apple that has the balanced +1/+1, we can get a little more on the healthy side. I mean, I'm always a fan of just building up our defensive capabilities, so we'll have to see how it goes. Let's give it a shot, shall we? And what are we feeling today? Are we going to be going hard into alliteration? Do we want to make some dirty innuendo combos? Maybe hold puns or thematic pairs above all? I'm definitely a bit of a sucker for alliteration at the end of the day. Hey, Dr. Pirate, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic week here. Hope everybody's Wednesday is beautiful. It was fantastic weather outside today, so my partner and I got out into the yard and did some nice bush trimming and whatnot. Long overdue, but it was nice definitely to spend some time out in the sun, get some of that all-important vitamin D, since I don't have very good health in general. I should be taking vitamins and stuff. I'm starting to get up there. I'm an old man by internet standards, so you'd think I'd take a little bit better care of myself. But regardless, let's go with the alliteration here today. Fragile fungi sounds, I was going to say good to me, but usually if you're a fungi, you probably want to be a little bit robust. Oh, and I didn't actually realize the bird is start of battle. So, I'm kind of regretting this because I thought this would be a ramping strategy. I mean, we can still kind of do something fun with 2 hummingbirds. That's pretty wild stat-wise. Throw down a bunch of iguanas, since that's all the game seems to be throwing our way. I mean, we have 3 slots, 3 pets that we're potentially interested in buying. Kind of works itself out, don't it? Let's give it a shot. Again, these are just the warm-up games, trying to get into the groove of this new pack, see what's kicking, see what we're able to do. Frog, start battle, swap the stats of 2 adjacent friends. Interesting. Will trigger on sell at level 2, so you can permanently swap stats. That actually seems pretty sweet. If you start buffing up a tier 1 animal, but you want to get them off your team at some point, that's kind of cool. But you do have to commit to getting a level 2 frog, which means you have to live through quite a few rounds of stats being thrown around there. And a mouse on sell, replace food shop with 1 free apple. Okay, I'm always down for free food. I think most of us are at the end of the day. What does a kiwi do? Give a random strawberry friend +1/+2 on sell. And that's actually a permanent stack this time around. Well, I think we're going to try to lean a little bit hard into this strawberry theme. Maybe to our own detriment. Not too sure how it's all going to shake out. I'm just sad that we don't have honey anymore in this pack. I'm going to miss my bee friends. It should all work out. Oof. Ah, see, they have it working out because they have a movement and multiple iguanas. So what I'm seeing is I need, what was that, a seahorse? A seahorse moved people? Need to introduce some sort of dynamic play here. Do I meld all my iguanas? I think so. It's nice to get that tier skipped and we can get a tier 3 pet out here. A guinea pig on buy, summon a 1/1 guinea pig. Okay, that's kind of interesting as well. So let's try something out here. If I stack these sons of guns, see what we get. Before faint, give friend behind +1/+1 and 1 experience. So I don't know how great that is for in battle +1/+1. I mean, it's always nice to get extra stats under your belt. The +1 experience could make a difference if it's something like a hummingbird that's, at runtime effect. I guess even iguana, if we were 1 step away from level up, we're not quite there. There are probably no pills in this version. Because if I could kill a blobfish on purpose, then that seems pretty incredible. We'll have to at least think about that one. But to start us off here, let's engage in a little bit of stock trading here. Buy the kiwi, sell the kiwi. Bada boom, bada bing. Not too bad. Fried shrimp will take away 1 health but give us attack, so we could balance these stats out a little bit. I guess that'd bring us to a 7-6, which is, I mean, it sounds kind of nice. Again, no movement quite yet, so we can't take advantage of that. Do I buy a guinea pig? Seems like the big advantage of guinea pig is that it's easy to ramp up level-wise. Get a level 3 guinea pig out there. Do I care to do that? I guess there's no bison. It would help if I actually knew what was in the pack, potentially. But at the moment, since we have no summon things, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. Let's put a blobby boy out here. Maybe save one of these. And we'll roll a couple times, see what else is at our disposal. Jellyfish on any level up. Gain +1/+1. Interesting. So this works on any level up. We're 1 away from a hummingbird level. We could also try and make our blobfish kind of work out. I also mentioned earlier that I thought the blobfish would work on the hummingbird, but that's not true at all, because this buddy needs to die. This happened start of battle. So unfortunately, stacking these two and putting them behind this son of a gun doesn't exactly make or break our case. I am curious about the jellyfish, though. I guess you don't level up that often, but if you can get multiple levels, even in just 1 turn, then you're kind of cooking with gas. So we'll keep them around. Dove on Faint gives 2 Strawberry Friends stats. So again, if we want to lean hard into this strawberry, right now we only have 1 strawberry out there, so maybe it's a little lackluster. Alternatively, we have Seahorse, which allows Iguana to actually do a little bit of work. So I mean, I think we gotta try it out at the very least. It might be a little late to bring them out here, but it's a fun idea nonetheless. I think I'll unfreeze the jellyfish. We'll save that for a future attempt. Maybe keep the fried shrimp around though. Again, I'm kind of just flailing in the dark here. This is where it probably would have been nice if I started playing right around the time that the pack got officially released, because at this stage, I'm a little bit behind. People probably have some idea as to how this all works, and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs like an idiot, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, my sap indeed, Safid. Also wonderful to see you as always. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday here. Oh my gosh, it's the yak. It's in the title of the stream and everything. How could I possibly turn it down? They don't look quite like they do in DCSS, but maybe, just maybe, if we'd get this puppy kicking, we'd have a death yak on our hands. Hopefully not a dead yak, since it seems like 5 turns without any health upgrades. That may actually be a potential. Not exactly ideal. Do I wish to try my hand at a little bit of yak action? Yeah, yak it up. I mean, yeah, go for the yak attack, exactly. Because if you go for a yak attack stack, then how can they act back, you know? It just speaks for itself, really, at the end of the day. Let's maybe try it out. I need some source of health, otherwise this buddy will eventually die, which seems like a rough endeavor, unless you have some kind of permanent stacking to offset that 1 damage. And even then, you're going to stagnate at whatever health value you're at by the time you get there. But again, I feel like we have to. It's in the stream name. I'm obligated to try it out, right? It's our first time. Let's just fool around a little bit, have some fun. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Ooh, hummingbird. This is also kind of interesting. Do I want to buy now, or do I wait for next turn so we can get some tier 4s out here? I think I'm tempted to go with the latter. Could go with a broccoli, -1 attack for +3 health. Seems like broccoli is basically made for a yak then, because that offsets us or puts us back 1 turn, but gives us 3 turns total. So it's like 2 free turns with the yak not accidentally murdering themselves, which I don't know about you, but seems like an advantage in my book. If we combo these and make a bit of a stir fry, then that's a +2/+2, so that's a very, very expensive pair, I guess. Let's try this. We'll see if that works. Maybe I'll unfreeze the fried shrimp. Who knows what kind of tier 3 the game will throw at us. It could be fun. So we'll give it a shot. No blobfish. If I could somehow murder this blobfish in a traditional way, then it could level up our yak, which seems like that might be nice. I mean, we do win. Sorry, known as Daddy with the attractive bananas. Apparently not attractive enough. People don't eat their fruits these days, you fool. Let's see, we have Toad. When enemy is hurt, make it weak. Interesting. Works twice per turn. So unless you kill something, it's kind of pointless. Maybe if we got a big fat toad out there, that could be interesting. Toad woodpecker is funny. So I haven't actually seen woodpecker, so I don't know what it does. I'm flying in a little bit blind here. I'll have to take your word for it, but we'll be on the lookout. Try and see if we can't find one of those bad boys. For now, let's level up our hummingbird to get a tier 4. A crow, replace shop food with 1 chocolate that gives +1 experience. I'm a big chocolate fan. Don't get me wrong. Is it worth it to bring a 3/3? And note the chocolate is not free. Perfect. Thanks for the heads up. I guess it doesn't say anywhere in there. You got to read the fine print on these contracts. They're always trying to get you, do you dirty here. In general, my team is pretty okay for round 5, but I don't know where we're going in the future. I don't really have a solid understanding as to what we can do to build forward. Is it at all worth it to level up the blobfish? I feel like they're next on the chopping block here. More broccoli for the yak. I mean, yaks are a hungry, hungry boy, so might seem fitting. So this, if I buy, sell, that costs 2. And then another 3 for the chocolate, that's 5. 5 monies, which I can afford if I buy the broccoli. You know what? I'm not too dead set on leveling anything up, so crow, just gonna have to wait. We're gonna keep this yak popping here for a little bit longer, or at least we're gonna try. I guess a peach isn't a bad influence there either. We'll roll ones and see what else we can find here. Another yak, an okapi. Roll, gain +1/+1 until end of battle. Works 5 times per turn. Now that's kind of interesting. We really want to dig deep for specific combos. Could definitely work in our favor. +5/+5 is incredible. The fact that it costs 5 gold to do it is interesting. Something to think about. Koala, anytime a friend is hurt, give it +1/+1, and it only works once per turn. So that had more triggers. I guess it's a tier 2 pet, so what exactly do I expect? What kind of witchcraft should it be capable of? It makes about the right amount of sense. A lollipop here, swap attack and health of a pet. Now that's kind of interesting in its own right. We're already giving the iguana more attack than health, so I don't care too much about that. We could swap this bad boy. Blobfish is probably just going to die in 1 hit to anything, so maybe doing 2 extra damage, whoopee, would make all the difference. But I'm not too sure. Let's go with yak, since that'll get the scaling going a little bit harder. I'm glad this doesn't go up to 2 damage. That might be a bit untenable. And we get an anteater. On feint, summon 2 level 1 ants. Okay, so if we're going for a bit of a white weenies build, I'm guessing this just dies to iguana, but they are ants, so even if they die, that stats up for the rest of the team. And in fact, if they both die at the same time, that's almost better, because that way we're not wasting one of those upgrades on the secondary ant. But you need the slots for it too. Interesting. Again, maybe not for us this run, but something that we could potentially try to leverage in the future. just have to see how it goes, I guess. Oh gosh, that's a lot of movement going on. Oh wait a second, don't these cancel each other out? Oh, but it moves twice, so double iguana is rough stuff for us. So never mind, that was actually kind of a cool plan. Am I right though? 2 seahorses, you bring back enemy forward 1, and then you bring back enemy forward 1. So it is just a double swap. Interesting. So do we keep this yak play going with keep feeding this bad boy broccoli? It is the yak's favorite food at the end of the day. But is a broccoli actually better than a peach? Now that I think about it. Maybe now that we're gaining 2 attack per turn, it is. Because now we're getting 5 total attack for free. Not free, but humor me for the briefest of moments here. Versus a peach is just 4 attack for free. But at level 1, those are actually just equal to each other, except for the fact that the broccoli sets you back a turn. So peach is actually better than broccoli with a level 1 yak, potentially. Maybe my brain is just making stuff up at this moment, but maybe, just maybe, it's the truth of the matter. And then, do I want to do this? That way the hummingbird could potentially help our yak. We could sell our iguana even, since it's not doing a heck of a lot for us these days. It's 2 free damage with the seahorse, but that's about as far as it goes. I also haven't really been paying attention to if there were new things in the shop. Hopefully I haven't missed the god tier animals popping on by. But do I even bother with an upgraded blobby boy? I think we might, and we'll actually just sell this pair at some point in the future. The iguana seahorse, their time in the sun is coming to an end here. We'll give it a shot, see how it goes. Load a little bit of a test run out here. What have you got? What the heck? Cassowary? Oh my gosh, stacks off of... Okay. There's also a pug. That's the hardest part. Maybe I shouldn't be playing on fast speed so I can learn from my enemies' pets, but I guess over time we'll learn everything in our own shops, right? Right. Another yak. And, okay, they had a pelican. What is it that you do here? End turn and start of battle. Buff a strawberry friend. Okay. I like the sound of that. Some permanent scaling for once in our lives. There's also the eel. Start battle, gain 50% bonus health. I think in one of the weekly packs that I did try out a run, I did have an eel play kind of pop off. Especially this with, what was it? Frog? I know there was a toad and there was a frog. I think the frog was the one that swapped stats around. So it could make this one healthy boy for sure. Interesting, but let's stay focused here for the time being. I think I want a pelican. That sounds kind of interesting at the very least. Cassowary probably wouldn't hurt either, but does that mean I get rid of the iguana now, lose a 4/7, but that way all my upgrades are being funneled into our yak? And that attack is gonna ramp up pretty dang quick. Or do I just sell the seahorse? Maybe the iguana gets a couple of picks. They have an anteater or something like that. Let's try it out. Keep leveling up our yak. Ooh, more pelicans. Ooh, there's the pug as well. Start a battle. Give friend ahead +1 experience. Okay, another one of these bad boys. If we had someone that had an action that happened in battle, making a pug blobfish sandwich seems like it could be an interesting move for sure. We also have cheese. Attack for double damage once. Interesting. Where would this land? I don't know if there are watermelons in this pack or if melon armor is really going to be a thing that we see in this expansion pack. But this just made me think that if you had a 50 attack thing and you put cheese on it, it would blow through a meloned opponent. If that's not a thing in this pack, it would at least be something to keep in mind for those weekly bits, or if you made your own pack, I guess. It's interesting, to say the least. But we'll probably end up just buying our pelican friend here. Unfortunately, we can't buy this and stick it behind the blobfish. It's not going to help us in any meaningful capacity. Ooh, a Nemo. Friendly pet levels up. Give it +2/+2. Ooh, now that I do kind of like the sound of. We already have too many level 2s. So it might be a little bit late. You'd want that when you're just about to pop off, probably. And grapes as well. Gain +1 gold at the start of every turn. I just see turn animal into swan. And I do love swans. In the game, mostly. I'm pretty sure they're kind of mean animals in real life. Swans and geese. Though usually it's a justified asshole nature because people are bothering them in their own environments and whatnot, but it is what it is. Let's pick up a grape. I like money. Greed is good and all of that. Now the question becomes, do we try leveling up our hummingbird or iguana anymore? Not sure if I care to. Could go with hummingbird, and it keeps kind of stacking our yak. It can be our finances there in the back line. Just keep it around for the extra little bit of cash flow it sends our way. Enough to save a slot in the shop, though? No, I think I want to see more tier 4s, baby. Show me what else is out there in this great wild world we live in. We're against another alliteration friend. The Space Step Family. That's also one tough blobfish they had going. Not tough enough, unfortunately. I am very surprised that we're doing this well. I'm kind of just fumbling around in the dark without much to do about nothing. And yet... Cassowary, end of turn. Gain +1/+1 for each strawberry pet, up to 1. So unless we level this bad boy up, they're just getting +1/+1 every turn. That might be worth selling a blobfish, though. Thinking about it. And... sold. It might be a little late. If we got that earlier, it would probably be slightly more justified. Also, maybe we should have taken that earlier hummingbird. But for now, we're stuck in our ways. We're going to go with it. Starfish. Ooh, this was in one of the weekly packs. I think the very first one when the update came out. Friend sold. If it had a sell ability, give +1/+1 to a random friend. I'm a pretty big fan of buy-sell builds. I mean, in the weekly pack, we had a lot of the classics from the original pack, like ducks and beavers, so it very much worked out in my favor. I think I have a winning screenshot with one of these bad boys in the line. But maybe not so much for this team. I'm hoping not to do too much more selling over the course of our tenor here. So let's just do that. If I get another pelican in this role, I'm going to be unhappy. Praying Mantis, start of turn, knock out adjacent friends, and gain +2/+2. So you're saying there is a way that we could have killed off that blobfish. Huh. So I would assume that generally you'd put this buddy at the front of your team and just keep loading up slot 2 with fodder, hey? Interesting, because you'd go through the round with your fodder piece, and then you would wipe them out, get buffed up yourself. It's kind of fun. I don't hate it. I don't think we're going to go for it in this team. I think we got something going. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'll leave up to your imaginations. Potentially just more so is to be determined, depending on how the rest of this run goes. Salamander, buy friend. If it has a start of battle ability, gain 2 attack. You. Okay. So if we were upgrading these two, that would keep buffing you. Just with attack, so I'm not a huge fan of it, but not too bad. Atlantic Puffin as well. Ah, start a battle. Salamander would be a big fan of you. Deal 2 damage for each strawberry friend to a random enemy. Oh, if we'd gone this earlier, it would have made my day. As is, I think we're a little bit beyond that for the time being. So I guess we're just going in with this squad. Please hit my yak. Heck yeah, bud. And we'll just keep this ball rolling, see if we can't get something going on. The elderly knights? Oh, now I just feel bad. Except they're probably going to stomp us, so never mind. I don't feel bad. I feel bad for me, honestly. Oh, an orangutan? Oh, I want to see what you do. But that's about what I expected going into this. I was surprised that we were doing as well as we did, honestly. Hamster. On roll, gain 1 gold, works twice per turn. I am a fan of rolling. I oftentimes roll far deeper than makes any kind of logical sense. So I like the sound of that. A 2/4 for a 5 or a tier 5 animal. Maybe not the best stat line, but as a support unit, not too bad. Fox at end turn steal a random shop food. Oh, free money. Kind of rough when lollipops are out there though, no? Interesting. And at level 2 it multiplies the health and attack effects. Wait a second. Seems amazing on first blush, but if you were level 2, would that multiply the -1 attack on broccoli? Or the -1 health on fried shrimp? Because then you might just slowly kill yourself over time, which is less than ideal, I would argue. Vulture, when a friend faints, deal 2 damage to random enemy. Ooh, so like a blowfish, but instead of being a masochist, they instead are more of a sadist and enjoy the pain and suffering of their teammates. I see you, Vulture. I see you. Very, very interesting. Regardless, let's go broccoli boys. Keep our yak alive if possible. Triceratops, what is it that you do here? When hurt, give a random friend +3/+3. 5/6 is not horrible stat line, but we'd need some upgrades on you. Otherwise, there's not that much of a chance that you're surviving the first hit. Ooh, and what's this donkey as well? Friend faints, push last enemy up to the front, works 1 time per turn. More movement, you say? And that keeps working. So if you had like an iguana donkey thing going on... Oh wait, no, this keeps going. I say, as the text right in front of me says, works 1 time per turn. So if we leveled up a donkey, then maybe you'd have something going on there. Would it be something good? Again, maybe not up to my purview at the moment, but we'll have to see. Thank you so much, Kedra, for the Prime. 2 months. I really appreciate it. Always lovely to see you around. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Thank you so much. But what the heck do you do, Swordfish? Start a battle, deal 100% attack damage to the most healthy enemy and itself. Huh. Well, that's kind of interesting. As long as your health is better than your attack, I guess you survive. Otherwise, it's a little bit of a mutually assured destruction, and not even guaranteed on the destruction side of things. You might become more of a martyr than anything else, my friend. It's like a skunk that just kills itself at the end of the turn. Huh. But 2 new foods. So we have the taco, 3 random pets plus 2 attack. Go full glass cannon mode, and cucumber at the end of a turn, give +1 health. So I kept thinking that broccoli was a yak's favorite food. But maybe it's a cucumber. How about that? So, could replace this strawberry. I kind of am hesitant because I would like the pelican to instead be our agent of destruction here. Keep that attack ramping up as fast as possible. I think we got something going there. But we'll think about it. I like persistent effects like this. If there's one for attack, or actually, again, thinking back to the weekly pack that I did try out before we actually buy the expansion, isn't there like a carrot or something? I feel like there's a carrot that gives +1/+1. So we could hold out for a hero and hope that something incredible happens. I'm willing to sell this iguana, so do we want to try swordfish with cucumber on it? How does that sound in my... If I visualize it in my mind's eye, can I see this being a thing? Maybe. It's also another kind of interesting interaction with the fox here, where if the fox just keeps taking new persistent food items every time it steals, then that's kind of interesting. You can't really control what effects they're going to have in the midst of combat. I think we're going to hold out once more here. I'm going to roll and see what other level 5s we can get. We've seen you. We've seen you. Nothing new here. Just keep walking. One more sell, and we can still potentially get rid of our iguana and do some funky things. We have a shoe bill. Give strawberry friends +1/+2. Ooh. And I like that strawberry friends. Do I even get rid of an iguana? I could sell hummingbird. Then I just need more strawberries. Strawberries for all, really. You are just a better pelican. You heard it here first, folks. Shoe bills are just better pelicans. We've all been thinking it. Super Auto Pets is just the hero we needed to actually say it out loud, I guess. Go shoe bills, go. There's also zebra, or zebra. Buy and sell. So on both sides of the equation, give a random friend +2/+2. Again, I'm a big fan of the buy-sell meta. I could definitely get behind that. Do we do something wild here? I could sell iguana, buy-sell zebra, put in shoe bill. Then I need to somebody get this Cassowaria strawberry stat. Maybe even unfreeze a cucumber. It's not often that you're crossing your fingers and hoping for a tier 1 food to manifest itself into existence. But maybe, just maybe, that could be exactly what this team is waiting so desperately for. I'd lose a 6/8. We have a little bit of health to spare, but not a heck of a lot, for sure. No time like the present. Let's see what we can do here. And I sell ya? Okay, I was kind of hoping the yak attack would keep getting buffed up here, but hey, that's fine. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll get a shoe bill. We're going yak and his birds. That's our squad. Oh, hey, there's the woodpecker. So start of battle, deal 2 damage to the 2 pets ahead. Repeat 1 times. So on level up, I'm assuming that repeats more often, but doesn't get higher in damage. What were we talking about earlier? The toad woodpecker combo. Can you remember what a toad even did? Was toad the one that weakened enemies? I always thought it was when the toad hurt them, but it might just be when an enemy is hurt. Apply weak. Okay. He's starting to believe. Also, there's our strawberry baby. Okay. Put a strawberry on our cassowary. Could be wonderful. cassowary gains stats for each friendly strawberry pet, so maybe not actually themselves, unfortunately. I was hoping that we could potentially level this buddy up, put a strawberry on it, and we'd see the effects roll in. Just watch that cash pile up. Maybe not quite accurate. But we have some nice buffing going here for our yak. Maybe, just maybe, you're saying there's a chance. Just have to believe. Oh, a 4 squad. Hello. Might still beat us. Oh, in fact, easily. That's a beefy jellyfish you got. In fact, 2 level 3s, maybe even 3. I wasn't paying enough attention to what the frontliner of their squad was. And there's the carrot I've heard so much about. Okay. Anteater is back. Welp. Again, for the memes alone, I think we gotta go in for the yak no matter what happens. Could put the carrot on the cassowary so that they're at least ramping up a little bit faster, since they don't benefit off of having a strawberry. And then pelican would get the strawberry to benefit off the shoe bill. And then our money's making money, but you need money to make money. I don't know where my brain was going with this. There are probably better or more accurate idioms that I could have thrown out there. Apparently I can come up with a litany. A litany? Brain? Are we okay? Can come up with a plethora of words that rhyme with yak, but thinking of one simple idiom, that's just too much for my puny brain to comprehend. You know what, let's just go for it. We die here, so be it. Pepper, health does not go under 1. So this is where pets that have a herd effect, like Triceratops, with a pepper on it, that's guaranteed. That's free money, even if they aren't gonna survive, even if they have no shot, no chance of surviving with only 6 health. I like the sound of that. But we're dead set. We're committed. Maybe we're throwing good money after bad, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is just what we do here. And this is how we live our life. So let's give it a shot. I would like to level up that cassowary, even though it's far too late at this point. If we could get them gaining +3/+3 per turn. Okay, I want to see, what does an orangutan do? End turn, give the lowest health player +4 health. Oh, we got curb stomp. Just absolutely rolled. But again, that last half of this entire run was a bit more what I expected going into this fresh-faced. And hey, yak, you did great out there, pal. You did your best, and that's all we can really ask at the end of the day. I guess it was 10 turns. We probably got the yak on turn 3, I believe. So you would have had 28 health, if not for your self-destructive tendencies. So that's actually not too bad. I feel like the yak is oddly playable, even with their own destruction being an imminent threat at any given moment. Still not dead set on the strawberries. I could take it or leave it right now, but it was definitely a fun mechanic to throw into our first run and try out. Awesome. I guess all that there is to do is jump right back into another one. We'll do a few runs with just the new pack. Maybe before the end of the stream, we'll try out a couple of the weekly pack. Might have to save going for custom packs until later, even though that's got my brain itching. It's got my fingers tingling to try out a like full summon deck of animals. Or more appropriately, or something that I'd probably have more interested in, go for pure ramp strategies. Just only pets that ramp themselves or others, and see if we can't make that work.